All right, welcome everybody to the show where we talk about nothing but that money, money, money. Yes, sir. It's DJ Sparks right here, broadcasting live from the all new Dragon Fire Studios here on Sparks Radio. And welcome to Strictly Business with your hosts, DJ Sparks and James Wilson. What's going on, man?
Hey, good evening. Going good. Going
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I see, man. You know what I'm saying? You Mr. Viral famous now. You know what I'm saying?
Not trying to be famous, but as you can see, I have freshly shaved for November, so most people will notice that I don't have a beard and a
Oh,
goatee today.
yeah. The brand new baby face.
Clean, clean. I like to call it clean.
That's right. That's all good, man. So what are we gonna be talking about today, man? Because you handed me encyclopedia.
We're gonna really just kind of touch on really the first step in building business credit.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Okay.
for those individuals that might be out there watching it live on YouTube, watching it live on Facebook, wherever you might be watching it live here, definitely tune in, ask questions, anything that you might have, any question you might have concerning business, business credit, business financing, where to begin, things of that nature. So we're going to start really with where to begin. So
Okay.
really, from a business credibility, how to set up your business to be viewed as credible in the eyes of lenders and creditors and things of that nature is what we're going to talk about today. Just really step one.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get into it, man. And once again, if you guys want to broadcast on this show, advertise on this show, get in contact with us because this show is extremely popular right now. We get a lot of views on this particular show because we're talking about the right thing, which is money. So, if you're a business out there and you want your business to be advertised on this show, make sure you get in contact with us here.
Definitely.
We'll have links down on the YouTube pages and also Facebook pages where you can get in contact with us for more information on that. All right, James. So let's dive right into it. Let's talk about this first step here, the business credibility, where you're talking about how you establish your business. So, what's the first step?
Yeah, so of course, anytime you're going to start a business, right, you're going to think about your name, right? What's going to be, Dragon Fire Studios? What's going to be the name of my business?
Okay.
And the most important part in there really is to make sure the name is available first and foremost, right? So you're going to want to go on to the Secretary of State, inside your state. So here in Colorado, in Denver, the Colorado Secretary of State is where you would go to actually see if a name is available.
Okay.
So that's the very first step, and I always make sure that my clients know, that picking a name is going to be very important as well. So you might think, okay, Dragon Fire Studios, for example, DJ Sparks Radio Network, whatever it may be, is going to be important, and there's going to be some things that you want to understand in terms of restricted industries, things that are going to raise kind of red flags there themselves. The other thing when you're selecting a name is that you definitely want to go on to GoDaddy.com. See if the name that you're thinking about in starting your business is available.
Okay.
Because we'll get to it here shortly as well. But when it comes to email address, when it comes to email in general or website, you want to make sure that name's available, right? If it's not available, you might end up paying a ton of money for that name. So kind of do some research about your name, see if it's available to the Secretary of State on there. But also I would say, once again, GoDaddy, because you're going to want, James at advancedcreditgroup.com, which is my email. Advanced Credit Group, I need to make sure that name is available. If I'm thinking about using that name, if it's not available, then I might want to do some variations of it, change it maybe to what may be available. So,
Absolutely.
So the first part that we'll talk about is really kind of restricted industries when it comes to building business credit and being viewed as credible.
Okay.
So when you look in there, ammunition, weapons manufacturing, bail bonds, check cash agencies, of course, these are going to be restricted industries. These are going to be automatic declines when you're out there looking for financing.
And why is that automatic declines? I mean, I would think check cash in place, they want to give you money to start that.
High risk.
Oh, I got
High
you.
risk industries here. Pawn shops, for example, gaming activities. These are all going to be high risk, very, very, once again, just high risk industries. They're going to get you automatically declined. So if you go in there,
wow, that's crazy.
X-rated products and entertainment.
Oh wow,
right? You go looking for it and once again, I was a business banker for over 7 years.
Yeah.
So when you go in and you're part of this industry, you're categorized, I should say, in this industry, it's going to get an automatic decline. So, we go over that with our clients to say, okay, what industry are you in? What does your business do? And if it's any of this, it's something that you're really going to want to kind of shy away from, and you might want to think about being in a different business.
So if it
comes from credit, and you're looking for credit.
So if I go in ask, because I'm an entertainment company,
right?
So I go in and say, Sparks Radio, we run a radio station, podcast, and whatever. And I want to go into the bank to ask for money so that I could, get pay employees. So like y'all gonna automatically deny me because I'm an entertainment company?
Well, that was X-rated products and entertainment.
Oh, I got you.
So it just depends on, once again, the industry.
I got you. So if I go in and say, okay, I want to name a candy bar company and Booty Bar, and they're gonna be like, okay, no, we can't help you.
Well, the industry of candy, right? Is that going to be a little bit different?
Candy.
If it's anything X-rated products, yeah, then it could definitely be a decline. But so you just want to be aware, and we have a list that we go over with our clients, that these are restricted industries and things of that nature. But the next one that we want to take a look at is really going to be your high risk industries. So what's going to happen is these particular industries are going to be subject to stricter underwriting guidelines. Okay, so these are just things really, and I mean, I'm starting from the very bottom, right? We're talking about a business name, industry that you want to really get involved in. You need to do some research before you dive in, right? Because if you talk about financing, money, things of that nature, I know I don't like to throw my money away. Yeah, I'm sure anyone that's listening doesn't want to throw their mony away either.
So a bank won't fund the bank.
Banks are high risk industries.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy.
You just want to understand those are what they categorize as as restricted industries. But some of the more high risk industries, once again, are going to be your automobile sales, your boat sales, your computer software related services, long distance trucking. Once again, so a lot of I have truckers that are actually clients of mine as well. Once again, this is why it's so important to really build your business credibility and to be credible. Because if you are in a high risk industry, they're going to ask a few more questions. They're going to dig a little bit deeper. Do you have a website? What's your email address? Is it once again, James at partyguy 45,000 beers.com? They're going to say, what's going on with this? And is he really credible for us to lend financing to? Restaurants, as you can imagine, drinking establishment, high risk. Restaurants probably have 50 to 60%, like marriages, right? They have 50 to 60% chance of actually going bankrupt. And so a lot of banks and a lot of lending institutions won't want to lend to a restaurant.
Wow.
Okay. Just because they're high risk about going into bankruptcy and going out of business. So the last thing you want to do is lend a friend $100 and he doesn't have a job, and you're like, man, I know your history is not paying people back.
Pay me back, you're right.
It's going to be that kind of thing as well. But real estate developers, land subdividers, things of that nature. Once again, entertainment. You talked about that, and whether entertainment or adult entertainment can be considered restricted. But that's where you would fall into entertainment. So you're going to be viewed more on high risk, where they're going to want to make sure and see that everything is set up. They might want to take a look at your bank account, statements, talk to your business banker. They're going to be doing a little bit more digging before they start just handing over money to you.
Wow. So I can't believe some of the stuff on this list, man, because as I'm looking at it, there's stuff on here that you would think would not be on a high risk industry list.
Let's talk about it.
Like a bank.
Right.
And then like healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Which I can kind of understand that, because that is high risk and kind of risk. People don't pay the insurance bill. They don't have insurance. I can understand that.
Definitely.
Hotel. You know what I'm saying? Hotels and motels. Why? Because hotels and motels, they always pack with people, and why is that a high risk? I don't understand that because
Yeah.
you're always making money.
This is what we tell our clients. These are just the categories, right, and the industries that are considered high risk from the banking institutions and people that are gonna, that you're gonna be going to ask for money from.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. So it's just better to
I
be
got
aware
you.
of it.
I
Is what
got
it
you.
is. So
I
if you're
got you.
in a high risk industry,
Yeah.
you're not going to be denied off the bat for credit and financing.
Yeah.
But you just need to make sure that you have your T's, your T's crossed, your
Yeah,
I's dotted,
yeah.
the whole 9 yards. You need to make sure that you are set up once again credibly in the eyes of the lender,
Okay.
because it's going to lend. They're going to be more forthcoming with credit for you.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
So that's the first thing. Registering your business with the Secretary of State. Once you kind of check around and do all these things, that's going to be your first step. But even before you register with the Colorado Secretary of State, we talked about this last time, and that's actually establishing a business address. So we talked about a brick and mortar location, whether it's a physical location like here where you have the studio, right? Or if it's going to be a Regis office where you can have office space at Regis, or you can always do what they call a virtual office and have mail only. Yeah. Right. You just go and pick your mail up. Your mail is delivered there. Packages can be delivered there as well. Yeah. You want to get your address set up first. And the reason why I say it, and I mentioned this in the previous video that we did as well, is when you register with the Colorado Secretary of State in Colorado here, you're not going to want to put your personal address on there. Yeah. So if you have your business address already established and things that you check on the Colorado Secretary of State for your name, the name ABC, whatever is available. Yeah. Start looking into Regis or start looking into getting a business address and signing a lease or whatever else you may want to do. Okay. Because you're going to want to start using that address and that exact address. We talked about SWEET. Yeah, that's true. STE. That's right. And, or however you want to spell SWEET, right? We talked about that. That's right. That's right. And so you want to make sure that that's set up before you actually register with the Secretary of State, so you can use that information and not have your personal information, any PO boxes, things of that nature. Because once again, with the business address that you want to get set up, last resort is going to be your house. Put your address on your home for your business as your last resort. It doesn't look professional, as you can only imagine. I got you. Right? I got you. If you're not in the best neighborhood per se, it doesn't look good. That's true. That's true. And just once again, it just doesn't look professional. I got you. Get that set up. I got a question for you because I got a buddy of mine. Right now, he's making. He got a side business with his wife. He does like sells vintage clothing and tennis shoes, stuff like that. This joker makes something like $10,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Good money that can sustain just by selling, vintage stuff. But what he does is he does it out of his garage at his house. But he uses a P.O. box for his business address. Now, if he wanted to go get that type along with that, would you tell him that he still needs to have a brick and mortar place, even though it's an online business and it's done easily from his home, that he don't need address? Yeah, and so once again, brick and mortar is one option. Okay. Right. I always mention Regis because they have an easy program. I have some connections with inside Regis to get my clients different kind of special rates. Okay, for different things. You can do that. So that's an easy, inexpensive way for him, for your friend here, to go ahead and get a resale. Once again, we're talking about being set up credibly if you're looking for financing. Okay. So he's good to go. 10K. He's not really worried about it. He wants to expand. Then he needs to make sure he's listening to this video. And well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why I mentioned him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So because he's looking to do that, because he's looking to expand, because he's getting to the point to where he don't have any closet space available, any space available in his garage, to where he can hold all the vintage stuff that he want to do. So he's looking into that. But on the other hand, his wife is saying, well, we're making good money doing this. We're using the P.O. box. Why spend the extra money for a for a business, for Regis or for brick and mortar location? Yeah. Why do that? You know what I'm saying? Let's save the money and make more money by doing it at his house. Just use the P.O. box as the address. But as you're saying, if they do the P.O. box, and then he goes to get the extra funding that he wants to get, like he's saying, if he's looking for financing, looking for funding to maybe grow or expand his business, that's what he's doing. Then he wants to definitely get away from a P.O. box. A P.O. box will get you denied like that. Wow. And it gets you denied very, very quickly. Yeah. So that's where it becomes very, very easy. And you can always reach out to me. On my website, you can give us a call, 855-357-3336 is toll free, direct to me. And we can, we can walk through these really simple things about being set up credibly. But that's what your friend would want to do. He wants to get with, once again, Regis is an easy example. There's a lot of different companies out there that offer mail only, kind of rates and plans that they offer, that you can get your mail at a physical location. It's all about a physical location when it comes to credibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you. So, man, I'm glad you said that, because now he can listen to the video and then he can know, okay, you got to get your P.O. Box, no.
Yeah, P.O. Box, no. P.O. Box, definitely a no.
Yeah.
Home address is your last resort.
Okay.
Because, I always tell a lot of my clients as well that I talk to and I come in contact with, that it costs money to make money. The thing that you want to understand when you're building business credit, when you're looking for financing, it's not free. It's not expensive, but there's costs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You're going to have a monthly cost associated, for example, for having a brick and mortar building.
Absolutely.
That's what his wife is saying. Hey, why do we want to spend $1,000 a month for this? We can, we're making that money. We're making it great. Depends on how you want to be viewed and things of that nature. If you want to get out of your garage and actually have a storefront, things of that nature. So I have retail clients that are my clients also.
Oh, okay.
Same exact thing. But that's why it's so important. Get a physical business address. Once again, it doesn't need to be something you're signing a lease on, like you have here. Yeah. But it's going to be, Regis, once again, mail only is easy. Walk in, get your mail, walk out.
Gotcha.
And no one really they look at that like you have an office, and you can have office space at Regis too.
Yeah.
So you can have an actual office you walk into, unlock the door, and you have, your plaques on the walls.
Okay, so it's just the perception of it, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
I got you.
That's what being set up credibly is all about. It's the perception that you want to look like you're not working outside of your office, right? You want to make it, look for, if you're looking for financing, that you have a retail front or you have a physical address that you're located at. And some of the other things that we're going to touch base on as well is just that. Okay. You want to look bigger than you really are. Yeah. And in the eyes of creditors and vendors that are going to give you credit.
Gotcha.
Things of that nature as well. So
all right.
Yeah. So once again, filing your business entity. We talked about that with the Colorado Secretary of State, but it's very, very important to get a lot of these things in place first before you do that.
Okay.
Right. So, when it comes to your business entity, you're going to do that with the Colorado Secretary of State if you live in Colorado here, right? And you're going to register, and you want to make sure that you're registered as an LLC, right? Limited liability company, or an S corp. Okay. Those are going to be the things that are going to really help you. And once again, I always say, talk to your accountant, talk to your attorney. I am not an accountant. I am not an attorney. And so don't sue me.
Absolutely.
But you definitely want to get set up as an LLC or an S corp. Different liability ramifications when it comes to your liability from a personal liability standpoint.
Okay.
If someone wants to sue me, they're not going to sue me directly. They're going to sue the company.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing in terms of taxes as well. So how your taxes are done by your CPA is going to be based upon how you're structured as an entity, LLC, S corp, and the like there. Never, and I always say this to anyone, don't ever register as a sole proprietorship. And if you're a sole proprietor today, go on there and get that changed to an LLC or a corporation. By being a sole proprietor, you're putting yourself in a lot of harm's way in terms of liability. Yeah. If you're, a tree, what I want to say, a landscaping company. Yeah. And you go to someone's house and something happens and you're liable as a sole proprietor, they're going to come directly for you and your finance. They're going to come for your house. They're going to come for anything, your checking account, not directly, but when they sue you, you're being sued personally, and that's where a sole proprietor doesn't really limit your liability, and it doesn't totally separate you from your business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Well, let's go on to your next point. Yeah. Unless you want to take a break, man.
No, well, do we have any questions?
Well, not on that. I mean, all the questions I had, you answered on that first part, because I'm glad you brought that part, because, like I said, I wanted to talk to you about my friend that had that business out of his garage, and I'll make sure that he sees this video so that he'll know exactly what to do.
Right. Yeah. And if we have any other, questions out there that might be on YouTube or that might be on Facebook, put them out there. Let's get those answered while we're here.
Absolutely.
While we're live as well.
Absolutely. Well, shoot, let's take a break.
Okay.
And let's go into some more of your financing videos
Okay.
that we can let people kind of see to explain a little bit more about what we're talking about. All right, so we'll be right back right after this break with more Strictly Business with your host, James Wilson and DJ Sparks, right here on Sparks Radio. All right, cool. So we'll keep the stream going because this is live.
Oh.
So we good.
I need to watch my mouth. Then.
So yeah, if anybody comes onto the Facebook page, just let them know, like your brother. Tell your brother to jump on live real quick if he's on there. Go ahead and tell him. Just tell him to jump on live. Let's see how this thing works on YouTube. Just tell him to click on the YouTube link, subscribe, and jump on live real quick. Just want to test it out.
Well, I got a bunch of friend requests on Facebook now.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. But hey, request them friends, and then tell them to jump on live too. Just tell them we're doing we're testing it. Doing it new live on the YouTube. So tell them to jump on real quick.
I got time to run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta be good, man. Yeah, go ahead. Well, just breaks for you too.
All right, let's see. Yeah, man, I don't know how to do the YouTube thing.
Oh no, it's all good, man. No worries.
So I'm just wondering.
Or the Facebook thing, you mean, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Facebook. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Is it going live on Facebook now?
No. It's not going live on Facebook.
Okay.
So
so it's on live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you have to go on to YouTube, subscribe to the live channel, then
you can watch. And then you'll be able to watch it. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you hold your brother?
Let me call him.
Yeah, go ahead and call him real quick. Yeah, because that'll be cool. To see if he can log on real quick, and if he gets on, then we'll know, it's working real fast. Just have him, test it out for us, yeah. and I'll get somebody else on my end to do the same.
Hey, were you able to click on any of those links to get on the live YouTube live? Not Facebook, but YouTube live. Were you able to click on the link by chance? Yeah. So there's a link that I sent out on Facebook, and if you click that, I think you have to subscribe to YouTube Live, and then you can view the YouTube Live. So do me a favor. Are you in a position to try that?
Are you at home?
Yeah, either that or you can probably.
Okay, I got you. Because I wanted to see if you can get onto the YouTube
but
Live.
See if you can do it. I'm gonna hang up real quick. But this thing is still running live right now. But I want to see if anybody's able to jump on there and take a look.
Well, we got a new show.
You got to click on the link.
We got new.
Go to Facebook and then look for the YouTube Live. And look and see if you can click on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on live right now, so we're just trying to test it out. Just get at least one person to log on.
Yeah, try that one. Try to just click on there and try to see what you can find out.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hang the phone up. So go ahead and just dive in there and try to see if you can dive in there. YouTube Live.
Let me get you set up. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you
get
your massage on, man. I'm on the live show real quick, so let me get off this phone and get your massage done. I'll call you later. All right, man. Talk to you later. All right. Bye.
For the YouTube Live, you said. Okay. It's taking you to YouTube.com?
Yeah. You got to go to YouTube.
Okay.
And just tell him to subscribe to that channel. And he should be able to view. He's on.
Hey, there's a viewer.
He's on.
That's you see it now? You see me waving? He said it doesn't say live. So can it show you who that live person is?
I don't know. It doesn't say who the live person is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now there's two.
Well, now there's two people that are in here. Now it's one.
Yeah, click on that button and ask them, like, who's watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Keep trying it real fast. Try to figure it out. And if you do, then put a message on there that you can see it. All right, bye. So who's on?
Yeah, that's why I said, who is this watching? You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Maybe you have a question.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you're ready, man, we'll get back into it. Get back on it. Doggone it.
So when you were recording before, is that sent? Like, because he said that he thought it was like a recording that was on YouTube Live.
No, it's live. That might have been your brother. He thought it was a recording, and then he clicked off of it because it looked so good. Tell me jump back on, man. That was probably him. He thought it was.
Well, I saw two people on there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought it probably was him. You know what I'm saying? So,
when I look, is it this camera here? Am I looking?
Yeah.
Okay, is that me looking at the regular TV?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's you live, man.
Not this one over here.
No.
Okay.
No, these are going to be recorded later.
Got it.
But you live on this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we just testing it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's all good.
It's recording everything we say and do. It's recording to YouTube. So when this is done, all that stuff we talked on during the break, it's gonna be on it.
Okay. That's all good. I'll watch my tone of my voice.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, that one's going. Zoom this one back to where it was.
All right.
We're good.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to it, the show that talks about nothing but that money. With your boy DJ Sparks here and James Wilson. Welcome back to Strictly Business right here on Sparks Radio, broadcasting live from the all-new Dragonfire Studios. So, James, let's get back into it, man. Yeah. We talked about, let's do a little recap for the folks that are just tuning in.
Okay.
About what we talked about before, if they missed a couple of segments there.
All right. Yeah. So just kind of recap, we talked about the business credibility, right? We talked about the business name. Uh-huh. We talked a little bit about the restricted businesses, the restricted industries out there, and also some of the high risk business industries also. Just kind of from a naming convention. Be aware of what may be considered high risk and things of that nature in a name as well.
All right.
Before you start putting your name all over everything, check, GoDaddy.com, things of that nature, make sure the name is available. Check the Colorado Secretary of State, make sure your name's available. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to want to get that business address to make sure that you can bring everything from your business address that you have created over to the Secretary of State's website when you actually register your business with the Secretary of State in your state.
In your particular state.
Yeah.
All right.
And we talked about the business entity being set up as an LLC or S Corp at least, never a sole proprietorship, and going back to your business address, never a PO box, and last resort, use your home address.
All right.
Your last resort there. So the next thing we'll talk about now is really getting a business phone number and registering that phone number with 411.
Okay.
Once again, everything we're talking about right now is from a credibility standpoint. So when vendors and creditors, whether it be your bank, which does about 2% of all lending, or any of these alternative vendors or folks that you're going to want to open up trade lines, vendor accounts with, being set up credibly is what we're talking about for your business, so that you're viewed credibly and not they're just not looking at you saying, oh, this character isn't in business.
Yeah.
Right. Got a deal, and they start to get declined for finance and things of that nature. So you definitely want to set up a business phone number. The way you want to set that up is a couple different ways. You can take a look at eVoice. You can look at Ring Central. You can look at Vontage. They actually will set you up with a business phone number. And I always recommend getting a toll-free number, an 800 number, or an 855 number, because that, once again, it looks larger. I have clients in different states. In Las Vegas, I have clients with some folks out there in South Carolina, North Carolina as well. Okay. And they see 800 number, it's not a big deal. They can call it, They don't think anything's local, things of that nature. It makes you look bigger. So,
Yeah.
eVoice, Ring Central, Vontage are going to be some really easy examples that you can get a business phone number set up, and they will actually, they may or may not list that number of a 411.
Mm-hmm.
We have a way through our office and through our software that we can register that number with 411.
Okay, so these are voice over internet IP companies. So would that still put Google Voice number in that same category because it's voice over internet IP?
Yeah, no, you don't. Google Voice, so Google is not going to report. So, well, you can use a Google phone number. You can use any number, right? But the things that are going to report to 411 from a credibility standpoint. So never want to use your cell phone for your business phone number.
Or home phone.
Or a home phone, because they're not going to register. So basically everyone can do this. Go on your cell phone and dial 411. When you do, ask 411 for, this asking for Advanced Credit Group, LLC. And they might say where in Colorado. You can say in Aurora, Colorado. And you can pull it up and you can get a text that comes right back. And it's going to have my business address, my business name, business address, and my business phone number all registered with 411.
Oh, okay.
That's huge. So when you're looking for credit from these different vendors, they're going to run your phone number. If they run your cell phone number, it's not going to be registered with business 411. It's not going to look credible.
Gotcha.
If you have your home phone number, it's not going to register with business 411, and you don't look credible. Once again, truly, truly important to get a business phone number, not your cell phone, and get that registered with 411. Our software that we help our clients with helps do just that.
Oh, okay. I got you. Good points.
Yeah. And so the next thing we'll talk about, we kind of touched a little bit on it before as well, is going to be getting that website and email set up. So before you even grab a name that you want to name your company, go on to GoDaddy.com, see if that name is available. Okay, before you even register and before you start setting that up. Once again, GoDaddy is going to be able to go ahead and set you up with that domain name, James at advancedcreditgroup.com. Advancedcreditgroup.com. In general, when you go to go online, you'll be able to find me that way as well and get my website. But GoDaddy can show you can check GoDaddy and you can see if that name is available. And if it is available, great. You can go ahead and purchase that name and those rights to that domain for a couple of years, for a year, whatever you want to do with that, and you can you can renew that as time goes on. But go ahead.
Let me ask you. Sorry. So, what's the difference between having a .com, .net, .org in conjunction with credibility for your business?
No big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, no big difference.
Because I thought that if you have a .org, it normally refers to you as having like a nonprofit, and then if you're going for like a loan or whatever, that'll make a bigger difference by having a .org website as opposed to a .com website if you're a nonprofit.
So that .org, .com, .ed, right? All that stuff is those are just domains.
Okay.
So if you're in the education industry, maybe you want to go .ed. It's going to tell people that. So that .org is going to tell them something. But what they're really going to do is go in and check out your website.
Oh, I got you.
And that's where they're going to see, okay, what are you really doing? Oh, it says on your website you're a nonprofit company. Here's what you do. You help, the community, whatever it might be, is the way you want to do that. But once again, just going to GoDaddy and making sure that that name and that domain is available is going to save you time, is going to save you a headache in the long run too.
Okay.
The last thing you want to do is come up with a great name, right? Register it with the Secretary of State, go through the whole process and go to GoDaddy.com to go ahead and pick out a domain name and see it's not available. Or see they want to charge you $1,000 for that domain. That can get pretty expensive instead of paying $60 for 3 years. Right, kind of deal. So that's the part where that website and email is going to come up. But once again, James at mycompanyname.com is where you're going to get that registered along with that domain for a website. And once again, we're just talking about credibility. So when you're going for financing, that vendors they're gonna take a look. Anybody that's going to give you financing is going to call your business phone number to see if it's registered with 411. They're going to take a look at your website to see what it is that this company does, because you might have it in there as JR Industries. Well, no one, the name doesn't really tell you what that company does. The way they're going to find out what you do is they're going to look you up online. They're going to go to your website and say, oh, JR Industries, oh, he sells baked goods. He sells vintage clothing, clothing, whatever it might be. That's the way they're going to kind of do their verification of your business.
Gotcha.
Okay. And if you don't have those things, if they go online and they take a look at Advanced Credit Group, they try to find me, which is very easy if you do it. If they try to find me, they can't find me. Yeah. Red flags, right? Yeah. Things are going up like, well, what? We can't even find out what this guy is, what he does, what his business is about. You think they're going to give you lending? You think they're going to give you financing? Nobody's going to give you money.
Bueno. Oh, we got Maya Lynn.
Oh, Maya Lynn
Wilson, words of wisdom.
Love it.
All right, so
you get new shoes when I get home.
Yeah. Is that your wife?
That's my girlfriend's daughter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, Maya Lynn, how you doing there, Maya Lynn? Thanks for tuning in. All right.
Definitely. Too funny. So the next thing that we'll touch base on is going to be really getting your business EIN number. Okay. So that's free. So there's a lot of companies out there that try to direct you to a certain site in which they charge you for an EIN number. So
they charge you for it?
No. So it's free. If you go to irs.gov, you can get an EIN number for your business, and that EIN number is really your social security number for your business.
Okay, but you said there's companies out there that are charging.
It's free if you go to irs.gov. You can get that EIN number at no cost to you or your business.
Gotcha.
There are different companies out there that try to direct you to a site that looks very similar, but charges you. Yeah, gotcha. So you think you're on the IRS website, and you're getting your tax ID number, and you can get one, but they're saying, okay, put your credit card information in here, they charge you $100.
Gotcha.
Don't need to do that. Getting your EIN number for your business is absolutely free. But in the United States, they're required to get a business EIN number. Okay, so it's very, very important to get that done as you're following. So if you're following some of these steps here, as well, getting your EIN number is like the 6th step, that you're following here. So,
all right, good stuff, man.
Yep, and the next thing that you definitely want to do as a business is make sure that you have all your required business licenses. Okay, so the SBA has a website that you can go to, and you can apply for different permits and licenses online. You can do kind of research of your business to see, okay, this is my industry. These are the licenses I need to operate. Very, very important, because that can get you shut down if you don't have the proper licenses for what you're doing in your industry.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
It's like selling real estate, right? Yeah. You need to be licensed as a realtor.
Yeah.
Right, to sell real estate.
Yeah, you can't be licensed as a physical therapist.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. And so those are different things that you need to make sure that you're doing things correctly in the right way, and that you're licensed and you have all your licenses and your permits for your business.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Sweet stuff.
Yeah. So that's just going to be, once again, is going to be another step. And we only have a few more steps as well. And so, if there's anyone out there besides Lynn Sanity, Maya Lynn, that has any business related questions, we can look at answering those. And, we'll do it again, and then we'll get some more people to come out and ask questions.
Absolutely.
But one of the last things, and second to last thing you want to do is get that bank account set up.
Okay.
We talked about that. When you're getting financing from some of these different creditors and vendors, they're going to want to know, hey, really, what is your bank account number? What's your routing number? Who's your banker that you work with at Wells Fargo, at Chase Bank? And they will reach out and they'll call just to verify, hey, does Advanced Credit Group really have an account with you?
Yeah.
How much money does he have in the account? What is his average balances, things of that nature. So very, very important to have your business bank account set up. People know about their personal credit scores. We're talking about business credit, in which your business does have a business credit score that vendors and creditors do look at when issuing credit, things of that nature. But the third one that not a lot of people know about is also a bank score. So your business bank score is something else that some lenders and vendors do look at. Not all of them, but they'll look at what's called a bank score to see what your bank rating is with your bank. And they usually look at you having an average balance in your account of about $10,000 and above as an average monthly in your account to be considered like top tier.
Wow. Okay. So a bank score is basically they looking at what your bank account is holding, basically, as far as
they want to know from a business perspective, right? What is your average account that you hold in terms of balances in your business checking account, in your business savings account? Have you overdrawn the account? Right, and things of that nature. They want to look at that. I know we had a conversation before we kind of went live here, and a lot of people out there, they're going to start noticing as well. And Dan, he knows about it as well now too. But they have a new scoring system. They're going to keep everything else in line, but they have a new one called Ultra FICO, and that new one is coming out, in which actually deals with your bank statements. So what they're trying to do also is see what kind of balances you hold in your account from a banking perspective. So now it's getting a little bit deeper now, just not about credit being reported to the bureaus, but also now that's Ultra FICO score is going to be looking at your bank statements. Wow. It's supposed to be an opt-in, opt-out scenario where you can tell your bank, hey, I don't want to be part of that, and that's great. I think a lot of people aren't going to know that they're opting into it. I think when you start opening up checking accounts, which they probably already had set before, that you're signing paperwork saying you're okay with that and you're opting in. And so that's going to be something else that's going to be, it's going to help some people, but I think in the long run, the Ultra, it's going to hurt the others. It's going to hurt, really, it's going to hurt individuals that hold low balances, that are overdrawn in their accounts. Because now from a banking system, they're going to say, hey, well, wait a minute, this individual is living check to check. Right? Okay, well, and we got them $20,000 on a credit card. They're living check to check. All they need for something to happen, them lose their job, all of a sudden they're going to run that credit card up, you know, trying to get food and pay bills and everything else, while they're trying to transition to another job or another career there. They're going to try to limit that. And then once again, I totally went off. That's consumer credit, but we're talking about bank accounts and business banking. So I thought the individuals that might or might not be listening to this need to be aware of that new scoring system that's going to be coming out. Actually, supposed to be rolled out January 2019.
Wow. So I mean, that's great information to let all of our listeners know, because I had no clue of that. And thank you for the inside scoop. And see, that's what y'all get right here when you listen to Strictly Business, the inside scoop, baby.
Wilson's words of wisdom.
That's right. That's right. So pay attention to this show, baby, because you get stuff that you won't even know is coming out before you get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be important. So those are some of the things that we talked about in the show before was personal credit. So if you have questions about business credit, business financing, personal credit, personal lending, those are questions that we can answer here on the show as well.
All right. Absolutely.
Right? And really just the last thing kind of set up is, how are you collecting, money from your clients, and setting up a merchant account is going to be pretty important. Some individuals, and I don't knock anybody, they use PayPal, and PayPal is fine. You can go
or the Cash App.
Yeah, there's a lot of places out there that you can actually use for merchant services to accept payments from your clients.
Okay.
So setting up your merchant account is going to be very important as well, just from a business perspective of being able to accept credit cards from your clients. Right? Okay. I want to be paid. I know that. And so you can pay me with pretty much anything. I'm going to accept it. Except Bitcoin. No Bitcoin yet. I don't know about that.
Oh, Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin is where it's at, baby.
I don't know about that one. I wouldn't dive into any of that cryptocurrency. Just quite yet. But another thing as well, we talked about restricted or high risk industries, things of that nature. Merchant services deals with that as well. So you can go out there and not all merchant service accounts are created equally. You can't go to one merchant service. They may not open an account from you if you are considered a high risk or restricted business. They won't open an account for you, a merchant account. So people say, I just opened a merchant account. It's not always that easy. And if you're in an industry that is considered, once again, high risk or restricted industry, they will decline you and you won't be able to accept credit card payments from your clients.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So say you have like an entertainment industry like, we do. Okay. And you do like this Squarespace where you put the thing on your phone and you can swipe it and get the money from that. Is that considered a merchant account or no?
Yeah, that's considered a merchant account because what's going to happen, they're going to swipe that card and that money is going to be deposited directly into your account.
Yeah, off
whether it's your personal. That's okay. They have different ways to do it. So some individuals have it set up on their website where you can go on their website and you can plug in your credit card information and you can purchase a service or a product that way, right? Amazon, easy example, right? They did that's merchant services, right?
Buy button or whatever.
That's considered merchant services. They're taking that payment via the credit card and that money is being directly deposited into a business or a personal account, whatever you have it routed to. So that's the form of merchant services. But what you're referring to with Squarespace
Yeah.
is normally going to be me and you doing a transaction in person right now. You hand me your credit card, I'm swiping it. I physically am holding the card.
Gotcha.
Right? Online, I'm not physically holding the card. You're typing in your information.
Gotcha.
So you can do it or over the phone as well. So they have different, it's just different ways that these merchants work. Online, like Amazon. In person, like a Squarespace. And you can run that. Or another one is over the phone, right? If you're on the phone with me and you can give me your credit card information, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, and we'll go ahead and get that payment made, for your service or for the services that we're talking about there. And now you have access, and that money is going directly into my account.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's really the last step. And all these steps, once again, is building business credibility. So when you do reach out for financing with creditors, with vendors, with lenders, okay, you'll be able to be set up credibly in a really good position where they're going to expect these things as well. So that's just step one. I'll just recap it really quick. Business name, business address, business entity type. Once again, that's the LLC or S Corp type structure. Your business phone number and registering that business with 411 and getting that listed with 411. Your website, email address, GoDaddy.com. Take a look at that first before you do anything. Registering or getting your EIN number with the irs.gov. It's free, once again, so it doesn't cost you anything. And any of those business licenses that you need to have to operate, or permits to operate your business in your state. You don't want to get burned by that stuff. You want to make sure that you're getting that taken care of, and you're in a good position when you're looking for financing and crediting and credit. And then, of course, your business bank account, and then the merchant service account if you want to accept credit card payments.
All right. All right. Well, man, you run it down once again. It's been another wonderful show, So make sure you give out your information again of how they can get in contact with your email address, company name. You know the spiel.
Yep, totally. So James Wilson, advancedcreditgroup.com. I'm the president. Our website is www.advancedcreditgroup.com. My email address is james@advancedcreditgroup.com. And the phone number toll free is 855-357-3336. And thank you, Sparks. I love doing the show, and I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, not a problem, man. Love doing it with you. And make sure you guys tune in every single Thursday for the show that talks about money and business and about how you can get and obtain all of that, And this is Strictly Business with your hosts, DJ Sparks and James Wilson. And we thank all you guys for tuning in. And once again, if you're a business out there and you want to advertise your business on this show, make sure you get in contact with us here. We'll have links placed strategically all over the show, and the links and everything to where you can get in contact with us to have your business on this show. Advertising is not much. This show is very, very, very popular. It streams to a lot of individuals. So make sure you want to get on this particular show to be able to get your advertising and your business and your products out there. All right. All right. So thank you once again for tuning in to Strictly Business.
Any questions that we have?
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions that we have?
Any questions out there?
Well, I'll stick around here for a few.
Yeah.
We'll wait for something to come in.
Yeah. If y'all got questions out there, because I just noticed, we got people on now, viewing. So if you got any questions out there that you want to ask Mr. Wilson or myself right now, you can go ahead and ask those questions. And if not now, what you can do is you can leave them on the comments page, and we will direct those questions and answer those questions on our next show.
And no question is stupid, right?
Yeah,
I always believe in that. If you have a question, ask it now, because I'd rather you ask a question about your business, about being set up credibly and what we're talking about today, and not be stubborn and say, nope, I'm going to do it this way and use my cell phone, and you go out there and get declined for credit, and you think it doesn't work. Yeah, absolutely. And we have a ton of clients that it works for. They get financing, and it's great.
All right, can I get your web address again? Someone's asking. Maria Avalar.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. So advancedcreditgroup.com is how you're going to get to my website. You can take a look at the different links that talk about business credit, business financing, and on our previous show as well, we talked about business loans. Is something that we help our clients out with as well to, decrease their credit utilization and increase their credit scores. And you can even pull your credit reports, all 3 credit bureaus with TransUnion, Business Equifax. I'm sorry, didn't say business, but TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You can pull your personal credit reports on my website as well. There's a link there to get a free credit report pull for all 3 boroughs, which is very, very helpful as well. And once again, James at advancedcreditgroup.com is how you can just send me over an email with any questions you may have if you don't want to ask the question here.
All right. Good question. Thank you, Maria. We definitely appreciate that. And anybody else that got any questions before we get out of here? All right. Well, thank you guys once again for tuning in right here to the show that talks all about money, strictly business, with your hosts, James Wilson and DJ Sparks. We'll see you next Thursday, same time, same place. We'll see you in the place, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or 8:30 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
All right. We good, man. So yeah, you got some folks on this time. That's pretty cool.
No, that's cool.
First show.
I'll take a look here. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, first show on the live, man. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I had a friend of mine that's actually my girlfriend that said you look like a brand new baby butt. Thank you. I appreciate that, honey. I appreciate that.
Did you spell the website correctly?
Oh, I don't know if I did. Okay. Here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just grab it off his thing. Thanks for noticing that, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna just grab it off of his actual
It's gonna be a hard one to edit.
email.
This died right at the
Really? At the end there?
Just the last couple minutes.
Oh, snap. That's all right,
The
though.
audio is gonna sound a little weird when you transfer it.
Yeah, transferring right to the end.
It's at the
that's
end.
fine. That's fine. Yeah. Because, I mean, I actually closed a couple minutes before that, so we got to cut it short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
You
sure.
can do that, too. Yeah, we'll jump on this so we won't be here all night, man. Editing.
Now, are you able to post that video on YouTube? I'm sorry, on Facebook, or that's after the editing, then you can upload it there. Okay, something like that.
Probably upload it anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is live over here. There we go. Now I got advanced credit spelled right there. Yeah, there we go. All right.
So I'm gonna have to take this back now.
Okay, you're gonna take it back now? Right to school?
Yeah, before we get 10. I'll come right back.
Oh, okay, yeah. You good.
So it's better to have one giant credit card than a bunch of little ones. Is that what you're talking about with Brian earlier?
That was
stuff.
Yeah, that was some financing that we were able to get for Brian, and that's where that came from. Yeah, and there's a couple different ways you can do it, but it really depends on what you want to do. Dan, you look like you're a young man, so I would definitely say if you don't have credit card.
I have a credit card and it's at $15,000.
Okay, nice. Well, don't blow that bad boy up.
I mean,
Don't.
$15,000.
All right. Well, you definitely want to get that utilization down, and kind of what we just talked about now also was those personal loans that we take a look at as well. We're affiliated. We have some folks that we work with that can get that into a monthly payment, because making a minimum payment on that is going to take about 15 years to get that bad boy paid off.
Yeah, and that's about all I can do.
Oh, I hear you. I know. I got you.
It's as much as my car payment is now.
Right.
Just the interest alone.
Right.
Like, it's killing me.
Right. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
And that's why I hear a lot of our clients that we talk to, man, they have a lot of credit card debt that if they're able to consolidate that, it really helps them. At least gives them, I always call it light at the end of the tunnel. So you know, okay, I'll be done in 5 years. I can see the light down there. I just got to keep going, make the payment on this personal loan, and be good to go. But
yeah, wow, that's crazy, man. All right,
Yeah, it sucks.
well, say goodbye to your fans.
see you later. See you next week.
Oh, I'm still alive.
Yeah.